Good morning, everybody. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, the book Business Boss Consulting, and For the Kingdom Ministries. We're right here on Sunday morning for 6 years. We have been seeking to build people in order to build the kingdom. Now, it might not have started off that way. I just obeying God, but now I know that once you start a thing and it is hard to let go of a thing because he keeps giving me more and more and more. So first off, today is officially International Women's Day on March 8th. And it's amazing that it fell on a Sunday today. And so if you see a lady out there, give her a bigger smile, um, give her a hug a little longer, encourage her, and keep her moving. If you have friends like I do that are literally around the world, I'll be sending out messages and all that good stuff today for International Women's Day and the spotlight on the authors, the female authors of BK Royston Publishing and Royal Media and Publishing. And so I'm super excited to look for that on my social media later. But at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I am honored and privileged to be having as my special guest. So, after you put the dishes away, after you've had the afternoon nap, tune in 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm interviewing live and on Facebook and on LinkedIn and on YouTube. Ambassador Pamela E. Bridgewater. She is a U.S. ambassador, and I don't live in the DMV, and only God would have me meet and actually work with and work for a U.S. ambassador. What's the likelihood? What? Who knew? Who knew? But God knows everything. And so tune in and let's have a conversation. And she's going to inspire. You're going to actually see not only Black history, we celebrate that all the time, but people history, period. We celebrate people all the time. But this is the epitome of International Women's Day because if you have been a US ambassador sent abroad to not only represent yourself, not you didn't represent your family, just your family, but you represented the United States of America with multiple presidents. So I'm not going to give it away. You're going to find out more. That's just a teaser for you to tune in. You don't even have to go nowhere. You can stay in your pajamas. Just go to Facebook, and there I'll be live with Ambassador Bridgewater. And I look for a phenomenal conversation. Come with your questions. Now, remember, she is a diplomat, so therefore there are some things that are confidential that she can't say. And if we don't answer that question, if I don't address it, it's because it's confidential and she's not able to address it. But the things that I'm looking really looking forward to is being a African American woman and being a woman first and being an African American woman in a time where um, it was just unheard of. And for a little girl like me, born in Kentucky, who knew? I didn't even know the U.S. ambassadors. I mean, that's a part of my own personal history study that I didn't know. So, U.S. history, American history, political history has been brought to my door and brought to me. And so, therefore, I'm bringing it to you. So, meet me tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, the title today is The Pull, the Pour, the Push, and the Pursuit. And I'm like, you didn't gave me this guy, but you didn't give me what to really talk about. But First John says, "But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion from him, how dwelleth the love of God in him?" Now, When we always think about the world's good, we always think about money. Oh, she's talking about money. No, I'm not necessarily just talking about money. And that's kind of a disclaimer because I think sometimes people need things that money can't buy. And I know you think, what? Really? We could just throw money at it. No, some things you just can't throw money at. Some things, honestly, people need and they have money. The money is not the issue. The issue is they're not trying to borrow no money. They pay their own bills. They got their own thing going on. So you're thinking too low when you're thinking about the world's good as only money. Because sometimes, number one, people need to be pulled up, pulled out, pulled through. They need a pull. And a pull up does not necessarily mean um, they're of the, oh, they're getting ready to be put out and they're not, put another people. And they getting ready to put it back. No. Some people need to be pulled emotionally. Some people need to be pulled out of some things spiritually. Some people look fine on the outside, clothed and in their right mind, but they need a pull from their own imposter syndrome. They need a pull from their own self-doubt, their own rehearsing some things that people told them, people said to them. And that's one thing about helping people in the creative space. There have been some things told to people for years that they couldn't do or that they wouldn't do or that they and my job sometimes, even though the book is great, I got to pull you out and I've got to pull you up. And it's not, has nothing to do with economics, has nothing to do with their money, has nothing to do. Sometimes it's an emotional pull. It is a you can do it pull. And then sometimes people are good, they're going along, but they came into a hard time and they dry. They done gave out. You know how, you can't, it's hard to pour back into other people if you have an empty pitcher. And I meet people all the time that have, they dry. They pour it out. They don't know how to restore the reservoir. They don't know how to, you know, refresh. Like, oh, like when you're in a restaurant and they're going around, did you have sweet tea? Okay, I have sweet tea and unsweetened tea. Oh, wait a minute. The sweet tea is out. I have to come back because I've got to go refill this pitcher with more sweet tea. Y'all know that's one of my favorites. But sometimes you pour it out. And that's definitely women. We pour, we pour, we pour. Ooh, you need. I'm pouring. But sometimes you need to pour back into yourself. And sometimes others need to pour into you. They need to be able to see you. So it's not quite right. That's the reason why your discernment has to be on high. That's that. But it's a cycle too, because you can't just be always seeking to pour and never go back to the kitchen to get more sweet tea. Right? You got to figure out, okay, do I need a nap? Do I need lunch? Am I hungry? Do I need a nap? Am I sleepy? Do I need to go to another conference and not be a presenter, not be a vendor, and just sit and let somebody pour onto me and pour back into me and basically almost revive me? So are you that world good? Is it designed to pull somebody? Is there an information that that you're like, oh, I didn't know that? I can't tell you how many times a day that I've said, oh, thank you. You know what? That's an answer. I didn't know that. Thank you. Or pour into someone else. You see, your bowels of compassion could be to just pour. You can do it. You can be it. You can have it. Let me pray for you right now. And let me let me send you that email right now. Let me send you that website right now. And that literally could pour life back into somebody else. Okay. And then sometimes you pushing, you're helping somebody push. You know, my uncle used to fuss about you just sitting on the. Okay, so you got to remember, for those of you like, what does that mean? So sometimes you had to, especially if they had a flat tire or something happened to the car, you had to push it, help push. But some of you, he used to say, is just sitting. You sitting on the back of the truck. You sitting in the car. You're not helping to push. You know, put your shoulder to the wheel and help us push and help us get it done. So sometimes you have to. You see somebody need a push, help them push. You see that flyer, share it on your page. You see that video, share it. Put it in your stories. I know it won't last very long, but at least it got some push. You were able to help push somebody. And sometimes it's good to help you push somebody else in the front. Help you push somebody else to be celebrated, to be honored, to be recognized. Sometimes it's time for you to push somebody else who's always standing in the back. Now, I know that there are certain people that are signed to be in the background because everybody can't be on the stage. Nothing will get done at the event. Nothing will get done in the ministry. Nothing will get done in the business. Everybody's standing on stage. Who's getting the work done? But there should be sometimes when the people in the back need to be on the stage to be recognized. I'm going to be honest. The true servants, the true people who are in the back wanting to make sure it goes is going to really struggle being pushed to the front. Because that's not what their role is. That's not what their real true gift is. But you have the love of God in you. So sometimes it's not your turn. Sometimes it's to push somebody else. I'm going to be totally honest with you and tell you I have never had anyone that I spotlighted on my social media, in my I never, ever had anyone that I spotlighted and highlighted that God didn't turn around and bless me some other kind of way. Now, I didn't announce it every time it happened. I didn't, ooh, and did you know? And that, no, that's not necessary. The objective is not for me to say, okay, I'm going to do this and then this is going to happen. No, because I've done it and then sometimes nothing happened. Sometimes I've done it and a whole lot happened. But I have to go into it with the purest of heart, purest objective to push somebody else forward. Because I'm a giver by nature. So therefore, I get excited and get thrilled when I see other people growing and doing and going. I have no issue with congratulations. Oh my God, that's so awesome. Know that I'm over here in Southern Indiana going, oh my God, that's so great. Oh my God. And Brian, like, who are you talking to? And I'm talking to the screen, talking out loud. Oh my gosh, that's so great. I'm so happy. And I really, really am. I really, really am. And I really, really mean it. So sometimes you pulling somebody up, over, in, through, out. Sometimes you got to pour. They dry. They done poured out. You went back to the kitchen and you got a pitcher of sweet tea and they glass is empty. Need some water. Need some ice in, not water. Need some ice in it, and then pour that good sweet tea in it so they could help revive them or refresh them. Just like the man who was the Good Samaritan, he poured in the oil and the wine to heal and to recover and to restore. Sometimes you got to pour. You can't keep all that reservoir for yourself. Sometimes you got to pour into somebody else. Pour in them information or whatever. If you never ever see them again, if you never ever have that conversation again, you had that opportunity to pour into somebody else. It's a wonderful thing. Push, and then you got to pursue. You got to pursue. And sometimes you have to pursue for yourself. Make sure you're putting your mask on yourself first before you're going to help somebody else. Because, and have you ever seen people who do that? And you should, and you should, and you should. And like, what are you doing? And they haven't started. They can see everything for everybody else, but they haven't pursued nothing for themselves. They haven't got nothing done. Mm, yeah. So make sure you're pursuing too as well. Yeah. Now, if you're a person like me, I love helping other people, but there are some times where I'm like, okay, this hour is for me. And that's not a selfish thing. It's just I got stuff I got to get done. So this hour, this opportunity, this time is for me. I hope that helps you. I hope that blesses you. And you realize, okay, the love of God is down in me. But then all that pouring, pulling, pouring, pushing, pursuing also has to be for you too as well. Make sure that you're driving and pursuing the purpose God has for you. But the love of God that's in you, yeah, is going to drive you to see and recognize. And sometimes we're really oblivious to. We got a whole lot going on, and God says, "Oh, stop, 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 stop. Say this, do this. Yeah, they need this." And even though we're thinking, "Oh, we're pouring," we're being depleted. Well, as you pour, God will pour back into you. As you pull, God pulls you. As you push, He's pushing you. As you're pursuing, helping other people pursue, He's going to make sure you get to your destination too as well. So that you can live your best life. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know if hopefully you had automatic clocks that set them forward, spring forward. I didn't think we did this to April. We early. Live your best life coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right there on envision-radio.com. And then Tuesdays, the Book Business Ball Show. Tuesdays at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. We're in season 5, The Number of Grace, but we're talking about taking your book into a business. We're still in the early parts of it. So jump on in envision-radio.com or the replays of 1, 2, 3, 4 seasons. Bookbusinessbosspodcast.com. Be sure and know that there are Joey Royston books at Next Chapter Bookstore and Gift Shop in Greensboro, North Carolina. Inside Next Chapter Bookstore, Gift Shop, inside Ben's Boys Delicious Food. I can't wait to get over there one day and eat some more of it. And it's great in Greensboro, North Carolina, or the Gardner Reading Book Closet, 8601 East 10th Street, Indianapolis. I'm going to be getting up there at the end of the month too as well. Sankofa Center Bookstore, Bates Memorial in Louisville. When I See Me Children's Book Fair, and she is still taking authors. I will not be able to participate, but my job is to help push and help promote children's authors. Be sure and reach out. I think when I talked to her recently, heard from her recently, she still had openings for 9 more children's authors. So When I See Me Children's Book Fair, it's coming up in July. So find Ms. Valerie Lewis Coleman on Facebook. So if you're a children's book author, be sure and participate. The Amazing Corner, online bookstore and mobile book fair. Find that at theamazingcorner.com. Again, happy International Women's Day to all the women literally around the world. And super excited for everything that's going on for you. And we seek to pour into you every single day. Join me again tonight. For those of you who weren't on earlier, join me tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In celebration of International Women's Day, I'm privileged to be interviewing Ambassador Pamela E. Bridgewater. Super excited to have her on. Also, the authors of the Montgomery Book Festival will be, I'm staying up late again, 8:30 p.m. March 9th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And those of you, the Montgomery Book Festival and Writing Expo is Saturday. So, super excited. Yeah. This is year 5, another year 5. Hello, year 5, March 14th. Registration is still open. So if you're an author who wants to participate, be sure and go to VernetteCNettles.com. Dr. Nettles is the boots on the ground, the coordinator, the director, the all things Montgomery Book Festival and Writing Expo. So super excited about that. So if you haven't done so, 4 of my websites have been relaunched and revised. VKRoystonPublishing.com, Royal Media and that is a A-N-D in the middle, publishing.com, the Royston Children Bookstore, as well as the Royston Royal Bookstore. And so those 4 websites, yeah, that's what I did. December, January. Oh my gosh. So websites are launching, moving. This week, I have one more that I'll be launching to as well. That's website number 5. Yeah, designed from scratch. And I got 3 more to go. So it is, I got to streamline. I got to get my stuff in order. And it's going to be easier for people to access me and purchase my books online and purchase my courses and all that. Yeah, got work to do, much work to do. I've done a lot, but it's just time to come on, bring it on in, streamline it all in. If you need help with that, let's have a conversation. Go to talkwithroyston.com and let's have a conversation and see where you are. And if you need that, if you know you have a book and you want to turn it into a business, let's talk about that too, what that looks like. I'm finding that it's not the content, it's not the book, it may not even be the funds. It's more than anything else, the time and the execution. Are you, if I nudge you, are you ready to go? And so, yeah, that's some things we have to talk about and discuss and move forward with. But otherwise, I'm ready when you are. Okay. Who's with me this morning? Hey, Mr. Monty Wells, always good to see you. Hey, love. Come on, Texas. International Women's Day. Yes, ma'am. Miss Mary Evans out there in Texas. Mary Boo, that's late for me. That is. But you know what? How I do? If I'm going to be up late, that means I got to get a nap in the afternoon. I love you. And trust everything is going well for you out there in Texas and everybody else, everywhere you are. Know that God is still on the throne. He has not left the throne at all. He's not on vacation. He has not forgotten. He knows exactly where we are. He knows exactly what's going on. He's got the plan and the purpose for us. So walk in it. Trust, believe, act, and be on discernment, be on alert, because I would not have you ignorant of Satan's devices. So he has given us everything for business, life, career, everything is down in him. So walk by faith and not by sight. I'm Dr. Julia Royston. My prayer today, tomorrow, and always is that you live your best life. Be blessed. Until next time. Bye-bye.